Now, as promised, I wanted to give y'all my breakdown about the MLG coin that I posted on Twitter for a $25,000 profit. Now, I'm going to continue to scalp this coin just because it's one of the most relevant coins on Twitter. If you check its mind share, which is essentially like where does it rank in Twitter mentions compared to other coins, it actually is one of the top coins that's talked about. However, it still is a relatively low market cap compared to like Fartcoin, which is sitting at $1 billion and even hit $2 billion market cap. As you can see here, I actually bought this morning. I set a limit like $93 million market cap, and all of a sudden I didn't even know this was going to happen. I just knew it was going to go up in the next couple of days or weeks, and I sold around 136. I want to say I had much more in MLG just from previous buys. As you can see here, I'm an MLG whale, if you want to call me that, the ballena for all my Latinas out there. But this is how you do it. It went from $93 million market cap to 130. As I told y'all, I'm not really looking for 2x's 3x's like everybody else. I'm looking for cool 20 to 50% because I'm putting a little bit more money than other people. I had like 50 grand into MLG at one point just because I believed in this coin so much, since it was being talked about so much on Twitter and TikTok, and there are a lot of influencers behind it such as Banks. It actually had a huge run up yesterday up to, I want to say like 160 for a split second, as you can see from this candle, because allegedly Adin Ross might be joining FaZe, which is the gaming clan or streaming clan, whatever you want to call it, that Banks owns or is the CEO. It's the biggest gaming clan on the internet. And so there are a ton of people with a ton of followers that are buying into this MLG coin, which is Major League Gaming, which if you're a gamer, then you probably already know about what MLG is aside from just the meme coin. And Banks, being one of the biggest KOLs or basically huge influencers in crypto, whenever he buys into something, it's going to pump. And who's even bigger of a name? Actually, I don't even know if that's true, but Adin Ross is a huge streamer. He was one of the, if not the biggest streamer at one point, and regardless of clout, he just has a ton of money. And so basically he was getting onboarded onto MLG, still might be. As you can see, FaZe Banks says everybody's shilling Adin Ross bags right now, and since Banks is basically putting MLG under his arm and making sure that everybody makes money from it, or at least like his boys in FaZe clan, but essentially he's onboarding Adin Ross onto MLG, who has a fuck ton of money. So where's that money gonna go? It's gonna go into MLG. What is that gonna make the price do? It's gonna make it go up, especially if Adin Ross talks about it on stream, which a lot of people are already anticipating, and therefore all of his followers, or a lot of them, will buy into it. And at that point, my strategy is just to sell out when Adin Ross gets in, just because that will truly be when all the normies are in. But regardless of all of that, and in addition to that, I believe that there's going to be an Adin Ross announcement that he's pushing MLG very soon. I think what's happening currently is that they are giving him coins by buying him small amounts, because if he just throws $1 million, we'll all be able to see in the transactions up here where it's like, you know, 1,000 SOL put into MLG, because Adin Ross has crypto bags like that since he has a stake deal or whatever online casino deal for streaming, and he's just super rich because again, he's one of the biggest streamers. So I think they're buying small amounts for him, and then as soon as, you know, they accumulate enough coins or amount of Solana into MLG, then they're gonna announce it, pump their bags. I don't know if they're gonna rug people or dump on anybody, but it's definitely gonna make the price go up, because again, other people, all of his followers, are going to see it, and more people are gonna see this hype, even if they're not an Adin Ross fan, and buy into it, trying to make a little bit of money out of it. And so I think that's really the top potentially once Adin Ross announces. And so right now, I already made my money, I already took my profits. I'm gonna wait for it to go back to like 90 or in the single digit 100s, just so I can get a lower buy point. I don't want to top blast this right now, even though it's at a good price, 142, whereas its all-time high is like 169, 170. But people are really just anticipating this hype of Adin Ross announcing, and I don't know if they're gonna do it just yet. So again, I'm gonna wait for its pullback. It's ranging from like 140 down to 93, so I might do a limit buy all the way down here for like 100 soul. Somebody just got mev'd, holy Christ, or somebody just put in a huge buy. Let's see what it was. That might be Aiden Ross right there. It spiked all the way up to 233 million. That had to be a big buy. It looks like the only ones I see are 43 soul at a time, but so maybe it was just a mev bot. Regardless though, I don't think it's time for it to pump. Even if it does pump, I got some profits out of it, so it's cool. But as I said before with UFD, you gotta buy the blood. I'm not gonna fall into FOMO just because it's at recent highs at 144. Gonna wait for it to get into a dip. That's what we do here on this channel. We buy the best coins, the ones that are most talked about, but we buy them in their dips. And I'm on the hourly candle, but I'm probably gonna look at the 24-hour candle. As you can see, if I bought right now, this is a huge top blast. Do not touch those. Wait till it comes back down to like, I don't even know, 90. Even if you want to wait till 60, by all means, you might not get that buy. But in sum, the slow cook strategy is just to buy coins that are the most relevant and talked about on Twitter, but buy them when there's blood on the streets or there's a huge sell-off for whatever reason, huge FUD. But usually those are bought back up really fast by whales. Meanwhile, all the little guppies around are selling off because they're like, oh, I'm down $50. Whales ain't worried about losing even like $10,000, I assure you. With all that being said, that is how you could have made 20 bands off MLG, dog. What are you doing? Working a 9 to 5? Me too, but it's really annoying. And I'm just trying to get y'all out of that life. Of course, make sure to like, subscribe to see my updates on the meme coin market. Join the streams. I'm gonna be on Twitch very soon. Linked in the description. I'll see y'all later. Peace.